Hi, I'm Isabel and I work with the Access and Engagement Department at Birkbeck. This video will get you to think about some of the practical things you should consider before approaching online learning, and hopefully you will be able to apply these to your own spaces at home. So firstly, what type of equipment will you need to access learning materials or online lectures? For this you will need a laptop or computer or even a tablet. You can also use a smartphone too, as this will largely be compatible with most of the programs or sites you will engage with. Whatever you are using, it does not need to be state-of-the-art. However, it does need to allow you to access the materials or software needed for your course. If you are sharing a computer with someone else, you may also want to consider about how you are going to navigate this. For example, you could use your phone or tablet occasionally for lectures, and then use the computer for research or writing your assignments. Of course, you will also need access to the internet. Ideally, you would have access to Wi-Fi at your home, but if this is not possible, or if the access you have is a little slow, then sometimes students will hotspot internet from their mobile data devices and regularly get top-ups instead this way. It is worth exploring different options to make sure that you have the most cost-effective but also reliable internet for what you need. You may also want to invest in a good pair of headphones. This will help with both noise cancellation to make sure that there are no external distractions, as well as clarity on your video calls. The next important thing to consider is the space that you have at home and where you are able to study. There will be lots of factors to consider here, such as, do you have your own area or do you share it with others? Are there particular times in the day that there are lots of people around that could cause a distraction? If you do share your space with others, could you perhaps work out a timetable to ensure that you are not interrupted at key times? Once you have found a space that you want to use, try to think creatively as to how you can turn it into an actual study area. Is there space, for example, for a small desk, potentially a foldable one if you do not have access to the area all day? Do you have a chair that supports your back and is comfortable? Should you perhaps move a lamp into this area to make sure that the space is well lit throughout the day? Could you even perhaps consider things to make it a little bit more cosier, such as a plant on your desk? Whatever you do, try to avoid using your bed as a desk. It can be tempting to do this and is fine from time to time, but when it comes to more serious studying, such as when you're approaching researching or writing assignments, try to avoid it. It is important to create a physical distinction between when you are in work mode and when you are not, as this will help you after you've spent hours of writing that piece of coursework and you just want to relax. Remember, it is also perfectly normal to procrastinate, and you should always try to schedule in regular breaks for tea, coffee, or even stretching your legs when you need. However, try not to let your surroundings be the thing that distracts you. For example, don't sit next door to the TV if it's on and you're trying to study. Try to make a note of the things that you are finding distracting and work around them or change them if needed. It will massively help if you make sure that your workspace is also tidy and well organised, and try to maintain this where possible. There is no set formula for getting this right, and it will take some trial and error before you create a workspace that you are comfortable with. If you run out of ideas, you should speak to other students on your course or programme, as they may have some tips of their own to share with you. Thank you.